What is up, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to play Nocturne jungle like the very best. After his lethal tempo nerfs and also his E nerf, which you probably have noticed is his E breaks off really easily. I'm going to show you how we're going to play around that and utilize him. Nocturne generally is really good into CC comps and also champions that want to engage. So this comp is relatively good for us. When I choose what path I want to take, Solo Raptors is always a really big one for me. I generally end up doing Solo Raptors. If I can get a leash, that's fine, but I don't really care so much. I don't really solo wolves. I always just end up soloing raptors. And when you play Nocturne, it's really about farming. But also, if there's ever windows where you can sort of make a play happen, it's really good. So you always want to be, a farm mentality, but also sort of have a, a carnivore mentality as well. Like, if there's food around, free kill, we need to take that. So I'll show you guys how we're going to be pathing. We're going to be doing Krugs after and then red. And, you can always do a sort of like a red level 3 gank, which can be effective too, but it really depends on you. Here, we always want to auto that, so we get the passive to one-shot all the babies together. Just speeds up your clear. And always, when you're jungling as Nocturne, always try to push your Q in the direction that you're going to go. So here, most likely, I'm going to end up going towards, the bot side, right? So I'll generally end up sending my Qs towards that side, so it speeds me up as I move to my next camp. I want to do it that way because I know the clear pretty well, so I end up doing a third Q, and that gives us the direction. So here we see the Jax. Okay, what does that tell us? Information like this is really important. It tells us it's clear. It says he started bot side, which is a very important thing because, well, if he starts bot side, I pretty much know the entire game's going to play out now. I know his camps. I know this will spawn at 420. So that's an important thing. Your second camp after doing a buff will always spawn around 420. So that's in my head. This guy will eventually be back here. Early game, he's not really going to do much. He's most likely going to be here. So I can always ping that. Be like, okay, Jax is top side. The only thing he could do is gank top. So that's really good. Whenever you get vision like that, just be really, happy about it. And also just understand how... I track junglers in that way. Once I get a single spot on them, sometimes I invade to see what camps are up. It tells me exactly what's happening. So here, if I'm finishing Gromp right now, he's most likely doing the same. So you can always think the clears end up being mimicked a bit. Here, they're playing really aggressive bots. So what do? We do gank it. Here, I'm going to save my Q if she flashes. If not, I'm just going to go for this guy, clear. I'm going to get the kill. I'm not going to let Karma get it. I'm very big on KSing. That's part of life. Poppy played that relatively well. Technically, they didn't really ping flashes. I can circle around. Most likely not warded. So that's always a good thing. So here, if we want to make this play happen, we have to Q. But he has flash, so we cannot kill. I cannot kill. Lethal Temple got nerfed. Our autos do not stack as fast as we like. So if I solo Raptor, though, what happens is actually... your solo camp spawns at 4 minutes. So Raptors is up right now, but you see his Krugs 420. Okay, this is reading, tracking the jungler. This is really important. This is just exactly how you want to be playing. Here I just want to bully him out. Oh, what the hell. Auto lethal tempo, passive auto passive. So close. I tried. Hoppy in that brush was a bit of a surprise, but here we go into this item and we're gonna get boots, and it's really good. Honestly, you'll be like, is that worth it? It's always worth it. Kills like that, as long as you trade for a kill, it's really big. Oh, big boy, you messed that one up, didn't you? The big belly's got the belly. Oh, Karma, you could have shielded. Here our spawn is back up 4 minutes. Okay, Raptors are up. So this is sort of like the void grub timer. It's 5 minutes, remember, spawns. So now you decide how are you going to play around void grubs. Well, his CS is 28. 28 is a full clear plus crab. So the crab is going to be up right now. So you have to think about the crab being up. So what I like to do is just ward it sometimes to see if he starts it, right? I don't really want to start it yet because crab's still up for a little bit. But after a little bit of time, what happens is I pretty much will know if he's here. If he's not here, he went bot side. If he is here, then he'll probably end up starting it. So... now he's here. I see bot side. Okay. This is where the whole trading mechanic comes in. Do you trade dragon for void grubs? You trade always. You always just trade because the game is inconsistent. You never really know how, the game is going to play out. So you take what you can, you play around the conditions around. I just gank there because Shen has gank set up, a taunt. Garen is very oblivious to me being here, and he just felt confident because he checked Void Grubs. So here we always want to stack it up and just have our position ready. This is a situation where you end up getting into a lot. They trade. You end up trading, you know, Dragon for Void Grubs. Honestly, on Nocturne, I prefer this because, look, my experience is going crazy. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind the other way around, right? Like, I'm very... It's more up to your laners what they do with 3 grubs, right? 3 grubs will help winning lanes get more plates. It won't help me get that much more plate money, but it will help my team get plates. And it scales relatively well. That one dragon doesn't do much for scaling, but it does set up a possible soul condition. Here, I think Garen might rotate to me because he's missing. Yes, I'm getting collapsed off. So here, I'm going to spell shield that, E, and then just keep running. Oh my god, the squad. I mean, you got it. I should have respected the fact that Garen left earlier to ward. So I thought he might have shallow ward, but he actually went deep warding. It happens, right? It happens. I'm not too upset about it because what they use some resources. It's just like a 3-man death. Like, it's not a big deal. Happens. Deaths are part of the game, especially when they send a lot of people. Plus, I'm about to get 6, and you know what? Your Nocturne gets 6. What does he do? He obliterates little fragile champions like away, which I'm about to do after Grom. So here I'm gonna do Grom, and I'm gonna get 6, and I'm gonna look to ulti bot. Because why is it good to ulti bot? Well, very simply put, it's good because, well, he has no flash. Here I'm gonna spell shield W. Actually spell shielded his R, which is really nice there. I can't tank tower shots because I'm very low. So here I have to respect maybe Jack's rotating, but what's actually I have to respect is actually the Katarina rotating. So how do I respect this? I wait. I just say, okay, they're probably looking for me on around crap, so I'm probably not going to go there. But this guy's very disrespectful, so here we're going to go and kill. I don't want to fight because my R is down, plus I'm not full health, so I think I could get bursted, so I back up. But if they went in, I would play around it because, right, like if they engage, sometimes you need to understand that if they're engaging, they're using spells. It could be a good fight because they go first. So if they just use everything on Gragas there, or even me, I could just kite back, wait for their spells, then go in. But if they're just like hesitant about fighting and I'm like, our team doesn't want to go in, like, it's just, you have to just leave. But yeah, some fights are better if they go in first. I have Eclipse. I don't really talk about my build, but like, I've been going Eclipse every game. I think Eclipse is just so good right now. I think without Eclipse, you're just so squishy. And second item, I've actually been going Stridebreaker. It seems weird, like Eclipse into Stridebreaker, but I really think it's good. And I've had really good success with it. That's what we're going to do this game. Katarina mid. Katarina a hard one to R on, right? Because what happens when we ulti Katarina? She shumpos, but maybe killable here, actually. Now she's respecting. So what do? I just play it for like a very slow game. Shampoing in, though, is not good for her because it means she's getting lower. If she gets lower, it means I can actually go in. Now I think she might look to be R-ings. And that's just a quick kill. So what do I want to do after a kill? Well, I was going to do Krugs in base, but since I got a kill, I want to base now because we have our buy. Usually if you have like your full item, you want to base, but I felt like I could farm for a bit longer and maybe scope out for like a kill. For boots, I really like CDR boots. Here, I just go like a ruby. But just a flat ruby is nice. A little bit of HP, so I don't get bursted down by like their comp. I really like CDR boots, but this game, I think I need Merc Dress, so we're gonna go Merc Dress. AP kind of stuff, so I'm gonna go Merc Dress. R cooldown is really big. I mean, people I see like they go like the Propane Hydra and stuff. I think it's still fine to go one shot. But it's really hard now to play around the new E cooldown, or not cooldown, but the range on your E. It actually feels really, you know, bad a lot of times where your E just gets cancelled. So it's a bit disappointing. Here I'm just backing up mid, crossing a bit here. Personally, I don't want them to get crab. So I'm just going to run down mid here. And just see how they react. They could be on it. I think Poppy's here too. We do have Shenar. I'm gonna Q once to get her low enough so my Shen can kill. Sorry, I can't talk right now. This shit is intense. What the hell happened? No, if I hit that Q, maybe killable. Hypey, 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 hypey. Tight, 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 tight. I honestly, what I did there, I R'd and flashed out. Well, pretty much why I did that is because once you R and you flash out, they kind of can't track you, so he kind of lost vision of me, so that was like my plan, which it did work. But honestly, what I did was kind of suicidal. We should have gave the Void Grubs to play Dragon, but personally I just felt really disrespected to give them that. I do have Eclipse, but I don't think it's a good fight because Katarina's there. I think I would win it in a fight versus him. My item to his item, I think I would win. But like I said, they have very much a lot of crowd control, so crowd control is scary. Definitely don't give them Dragon though. We are in the commanding seat. We should not give them Drake. Even if we don't stop them on Drake, we should always fight them on Drake. Because I will have R up after for chase. So sure, they might get Dragon here, but don't let them run away, as my team just lets them run away. We really have nothing else. Julius, go, my child! That could have been a really good fight. I respect the Gragas flash, but he should have just done that way earlier. I think he could have just went in. I think Aphelios is a bit of a baby. But, I mean, it happens, right? I don't think it's terrible, but we really don't want to let them get out there. It just, unfortunate that they were able to do that. So what do we do after a bad play like that? We just go back and farm Dragon. Or sorry, we go back to our bot side and we just farm. In sadness, because we didn't get a kill on either one of that play. But it does happen where your team doesn't properly play around objectives too, or you sort of have like a bot lane that much more passive, right? Where they should be more aggressive. And you just have to, like, when you notice these sort of like trends from your teammates, you just have to sort of register it and then play around it, right? Like sometimes I notice like X teammate is bad or like Y is bad, right? And what I do about that is like I always sort of change the way I play around it because of that. Just think it's fine. They're on Herald. I honestly don't think Herald's even that good. So I'm pretty okay with just giving. I'm gonna go for an R here. So I don't mind trading Herald for possible bot tower, which I think is really good trade here. And we can easily kill it. Nocturne very good, especially when we think about, okay, didn't I get those 3 Void Grubs earlier? Anyone else? Anyone remember that? Well, time to utilize them. Use Q for more attack damage. Karma shielding. That's a full tower right there. Honestly, the Void Grubs did play a hand in that, so we respect that. Respect that. Respect that. Here, I'm gonna just push the wave in. You always push this wave in if it's like easy, safe for you. If there's risk, then you don't have to. Just back out. Going for the red after too is really greedy. I'd be happy to just get the Void Grubs here, or the Krugs. This is good enough for me. I'm gonna drop a ward here too. And with that, I'm pretty happy with my conditions, so I'm gonna base. Because it's good to base here, because where am I even going to go? Possibly here, right? And there's literally no jungle camps near me. Here, what are we building? What did I say? Stridebreaker? I did say Stridebreaker, I think. So we're gonna go Stridebreaker. Actually, I think Tiamat's really good here with the dagger. I like the dagger though. Sometimes honestly, I buy a dagger really early. I think 1 dagger on Nocturne is sort of like really broken. Sounds kind of silly, but I really like the one dagger. Because eventually, if you're building Stridebreaker, it's like really good. You're gonna end up having it ready. Here, I really think we should just fight her. He was never gonna kill me. This guy's crazy. Headshot. I don't want to go on her. I don't want to go on her yet, because I mean, she might stay around because she's a poppy who has no brain cells. I got live too. Here we're just with the Tiamat. What I like about the Tiamat is just pushing waves really quick. And a lot of the game is about, you know, kind of killing these waves. Gromp is up, clear their ping. Here is a bit greedy, but I think it's fine. Brick towers are really important. I feel like a lot of junglers this season don't understand how important towers are. They really don't understand how important towers are. Fast base, man. I'll die. It's okay. Towers are extremely important. Towers are part of the process. Like, a lot of people only think like, okay, kills. Yeah, and maybe dragon. Oh, kills a dragon. Kills dragon. No, towers. Kills towers. Picking people in side lane. Getting towers with the Nocturne is so important. It's actually just really broken as a jungler. And I think that's a big thing, even up to like Diamond Masters. People don't understand the value. Pushing advantages is all about pushing waves and getting towers. And then when it's time to fight for dragons, you get dragons. And when you get picks, like, it's really good. But just kills is like repetitive. Like, it's not, it gets diminished. And it's not scaling that well because people are just naturally dying more on your team, other people on the enemy team. The reason why I like Stridebreaker so much, by the way, is just the fact that it's hard to get on people, right? Like, it's just people get away, which is a problem. I think Cat might be here, and I need to fight Katarina. Katarina's not here, so she's like somewhere else. We need to go on this way, guy. So I have to just block myself so I don't get stunned by that. Really close to Eclipse blocking there. Not sure what happened to my team, but I did the most I could in that situation. That's really all you can say. And here I usually go my Cleaver for ability haste. Cleaver is really good right now. You can go Frozen Heart for armor. Some games too. It's getting nerfed, so I don't know how. I'm gonna test it more after, but you can always go Sterix. I hate sorry. You can always go DD. I hate Sterix. I hate it. Don't go Sterix or Nocturne. DD is fine. Frozen Heart. For MR, you know, you can go Maul as well. I think Maul is actually really good on Nocturne because he's really about, you know, surviving. Cleaver, DD, really good here. Just have to decide on which one I want. I always end up having like a DD if I'm doing well. It's really, our team is very anti like objectives, and giving them a third dragon would be very bad. So we do want to fight for it if we can, but Gragas died, so we can't. Just have to give up what we can. Just have to accept it, really. There's no way they play for this. What are we doing? How does it feel it's not walking up? Oh. This is a really good fight if we can get him. Spell shield the guys are away. Sorry, I haven't focused up. My team is bananas, literally. You just have to force the fight. When I know there's a good fight, that situation is a good fight because I'm super strong. They're greedy, they haven't based yet, they just super overstayed. You have to punish them when they're doing that kind of stuff, or else you're never gonna win, right? Like, you need to know when they're doing something bad. They're doing greedy stuff, like they're not basing, they're low. Getting objectives for free, because if I keep letting them get dragons, like, my team is very unwilling to fight. We need to fight. We need to stop them on dragon. Need to stop them. Here, I would probably push that wave, but I think Gragas needs to sort of get in the game here. The spell shielded. Oh, what the fuck? I thought she had shield. She just kept running. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I thought she would shield me or empower shield me so I could just fight, but she didn't. Because then I would have Eclipse up too. And that would be really good. This game is extremely hard, bro. I feel like I'm playing with like straight up like just like bots on my team. Very difficult, very difficult. So here Shen, Garen's worth the bounty. We should kill him. I can get on him with my arm. I still think it's very possible to win, but I just think I'm gonna have to end up killing everyone. Oh, I already bit early there, but thankfully he flashed. Really need these shutdowns, not the guy who... Shen's playing okay. Shen is actually the only one who's actually playing well on my team. The rest of my team is just very questionable. Just push the wave. I need Cleaver, and then I need sort of like... something, maybe MR? They're pretty AD heavy too. I'll probably just end up going like a DD. D is just generally like a good mix with stats and stuff. Here they're mid and bot side. Honestly, I kind of like that. If I can get this crab, it's really nice. I'm just trying to make money from my items, right? And I want to slow the game down where they don't really have like a good play. Slowing the game down is always good. If I got Cleaver and I start to get more tanky, it'll be extremely good for us. And I want to start to pick people. Like, I could probably solo the Katarina. Maybe Zhonya's might make it hard, but I do want to start picking people, or I'll get tabbers. Here is like a really good time to pick. All she needs to do is live. Gragas needs to R. Nice. This is a really good fight, actually. I'm gonna wait for his counter strike and then I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna be able to fear him, so I can probably keep my boy alive. I'm gonna flash on the wave if I can. There we go, he uses E. I might die, but... Ooh, you gotta go. Sometimes you gotta go, you gotta go. What, Nori? I keep having to let my cat in. When you gotta... Nori, you gotta decide, are you in or are you out, bro? Stop changing your mind. This dragon's important, right? Like, we want to win this game, we have to get this dragon. Pretty much when I'm fighting people, I just make sure I'm getting my Q off, I'm getting my autos, and I'm spell shield. Most importantly, I am spell shielding the right things. And when I RM people, remember we talked about you can Q and stride breaker when you land on them. Don't waste your time with EE, it's kind of useless now. I don't try to fear people when I'm flying in anymore. All I do is cast my Q and stride breaker right before I land. And it buffers it really nicely. So Q, stride breaker, auto attack, and then maybe E after. But don't bother so much with your E. My team really, guys, we have to play around this dragon, please. I hate having to spam ping, but my team is very oblivious to like what we need to be doing. Like Shenar and 10. I cannot give them mid. Good. They're not on it yet. We have to do it though, unfortunately. Just want to make sure we have our pink warded. This guy needs to speed it up, man. We have Shen R, but Shen can't R right now. Man. Team is very hard to play with. Thing is, I need Shen to come. But Shen is not helping. He will die. Now the problem is my Filius is never close enough in range to, like, where if I engage, I feel like, okay, Filius can auto attack. He's actually very far back. And that's a problem. Oh man, this game is pain, man. It's like my team is so hard to play with. I don't like flaming people. It's not even like, yeah, sure, you look at their score, dude, they're oblivious to objectives. They won't do anything. They're like absolutely like not willing to play the game, you know? They're just standing back and watching shit. Like they're spectators to what's happening around this. No, for us to get dragon, we do have to move. Very difficult. It's very difficult. Shen, I mean, I like him, but he needed to be ready to army so I can go in. That takes coordination. Oh, this guy's really strong now. I think this game, I think it was a good game for Nocturne. I think I tried to, I think I said a lot of good information. It's a sad game. And sometimes I'll show you guys as well as you can play, as and good as you can try, as hard as you can try. Sometimes the game is a loss, but that doesn't mean what I did was wrong. It does not mean what you did is wrong. Sometimes you play better in a loss than you do in a win. It's important to understand what you need to do. What you did can still be correct even if you're losing things, because sometimes the team component is a bit RNG too. Oh no. Very tanky. Melee range of this. Oh, maybe not bad. I really need DD. I really need DD. Baron is really important for us to get. We do need to get Baron. That would somewhat make the game more, make it much closer. So how do we want to play this? We're trying to win from. Well, they're gonna do Baron, and we have 2 inhibs down, so we need to push out this wave. This one's actually up, so that's good. We do need this Baron, because I think if they get Baron and they fight us with Inferno Drake, it's like very broken. Like we have an open base. They just have to push down 2 lanes, and it's like very over. Plus, I don't think we're scaling. Like, I don't think we're just gonna outscale them too. So the best thing is we actually have to just push that wave out and then fight. So here I'm gonna push out this mid wave, and then we can look to do something. Because most likely they'll fight us on this mid wave. I actually want to go on away here. My team needed to dive with us, not peel for Garen. It's so sad. I think the Shenar was good. I just think we needed to dive. They spent the whole time autoing a Garen that they didn't kill. If I had Gragas diving too there, that could have been really good. Still don't have DD, so it's a bit awkward. Do I sell pink? I honestly think I need the pink slot. So I'm just going to save up until I have the DD. This game, I think I would have just gone DD earlier before Cleaver. I think it would have been better. So I should have went DD. Well, I should have went DD because I have Merchas anyway, so I do need that fast armor spike. And then after that, I could decide on like what I need, like maybe Cleaver, maybe even Frozen Heart possibly. They're never going to kill Garen without me. We're on Dragon. I could try to steal the Baron too, but I feel like I'm so far away already that if they've started it, it's just very much dead. Actually not that dead yet. Let me see if I can squeeze in my booty here. What I like to do is just some blue orb. Okay, it's still pretty healthy. So I have a pink, right? So I can always pink it when I feel like it's getting lower and decide when I want to go in. I already a bit early, but I might try to go Poppy. Damn, I should have waited. I think I could have stalled that. That was my bad. Their DPS was really slow though. Oops. Their DPS was really slow. This is sadness in every way possible. A very beefy team. The Poppy is kind of smurfing though. Smurfing it hard. Too much influence in it. She's very powerful. She's been a problem. She's been a nail in my thorn this whole time. I do not think. I mean, we have Steel Baron, Elder too, but we have no blue orbs. I do have R. Let's try our luck if we get vision. An Elder is dead. Yeah. It's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good. At least you guys can witness a Katarina Elder penta killing us maybe. If she goes in, I have to go in. So I might have to go in. Gragas needs to go there. We can actually put a one-shot on her. Sad. Big boy didn't want to go. Ooh, a little leg, eh? Yeah, take what you can from this game. Honestly, like, remember what I said. It's not about the winning and losing. It's so much about, like, how you played. Just because you win doesn't mean you played the right way. Doesn't mean you played well. Just because you lost didn't mean you played poorly. It didn't mean you played the incorrect way. Sometimes you can play the correct way while you're losing, while your team is just naturally losing, right? But that's just how League of Legends is. I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck in your games. Buff Nocturne.